This is Jarrod Horak, and in this horse racing video, I'm going to analyze the Grade 1 Stephen Foster at Ellis Park, Saturday, July 1st. Now, the past performances in this video are provided by Today's Racing Digest. Now, if you're interested in going over to todaysracingdigest.com, clicking on their news tab, you'll find plenty of handicapping articles that I've been writing over there. So go over to todaysracingdigest.com if you're interested in reading my handicapping reports. And right now I'm on a full card break. My full cards will resume with the Del Mar Summer Meet Friday, July 21st. And now we're going to get right into the analysis of this Stephen Foster. It's going to be the 10th race at Ellis Park for Saturday, July 1st, 2023. The Grade 1 $1 million Stephen Foster Stakes for 4-year-olds and up, traveling 1 mile and an eighth on the main track. And the scheduled post time is 5:26 p.m. Eastern Time. And breaking from the inside post is Proxy for trainer Michael Stidham. This is a 5-year-old son of Tappet, and he's banked more than $1.7 million in his career. Very consistent horse. He's 4-1 morning line, and Joel Rosario will ride. He rode him last time to victory in the Oaklawn Handicap, a Grade 2 in April. Last 10 starts, he's been in the top 3 in 8 of those 10 starts. He was in the Stephen Foster last year. He rallied from last place to pick up the show. And then he won the Grade 1 Clark in the fall at Churchill Downs at this 1 1 1/8 distance. Pegasus World Cup earlier this year. He ended up finishing 5th there. He had an inside trip. Wasn't a super threat in that 12-horse field. The Grade 1 Santa Anita Handicap, he rallied from off the pace to miss by a neck. And then he went back on Lasix in the Grade 2 Oaklawn Handicap last time out. And he was able to get the job done from off the pace by a head. Now, looking at his record at 1 1 1/8, he's had 8 starts, 2 wins, 3 seconds, and 2/3. So he's very consistent at this distance. And then also his career earnings, as I said, he's had more than $1.7 million in earnings. More than $1.4 million of those earnings were earned at 1 1/8. So this is definitely his preferred distance. He should save ground before rallying from off the pace. Stiletto Boy is number 2, and he should be a pace factor. Under resurgent rider Kent DeSormo, he's really been riding well at Santa Anita Park, and now he's going to be heading to Del Mar next with some momentum. This horse is only 4 for 22 lifetime, but he really does come in the money a lot. He did win the Grade 2 Californian last year. That was last spring, April of 2022 at Santa Anita Park, but he went wire to wire. And then he won the Santa Anita Handicap this year. He stalked the pace, and he was able to prevail by a neck. Last time out in the Oaklawn Handicap, he set the pace. He was 3rd, beating a neck. So he's always right around there. In the Pegasus World Cup in 2022 and 2023, he finished 3rd in both of those races. He's got some class. He's got some early pressing versatility. And from that inner post, he should impact the pace. And he's run 5 times at 1 1/8 with a win, a second, and 3 third-place finishes. Speed Bias is another one that can impact the pace for trainer Ron Moquette. This is a 4-year-old Uncle Mo colt. He's only run 9 times, 2 wins, 4 seconds, and a 3rd. He's really stepping up in class here. He ran well when they stepped him up to face Stakes Company last time in the Pimlico Special. But before that, earlier this year, he won a non-winners 2 lifetime allowance race at Oaklawn Park at 1 1/16, going wire to wire. Optional Claiming Company in his next 2 starts at Oaklawn, he finished 2nd. And Smile Happy, who's the favorite in this race, defeated him in March at that oval in the slop. Last time out at Pimlico in that Pimlico Special at 1 3/16, he got out there and set the pace. He had a clear lead, and he just missed by a nose. Rattle and Roll ran him down in the late going, and he was clearly second best. So Luis Saez is going to ride him back. He was aboard for his last 2 starts, and he's definitely going to be a pace factor. I think they're probably going to want to try to go to the lead in here. You have horses like Stiletto Boy I mentioned. He doesn't need the lead, but it looks like Speed Bias is one that would like to be on the front end. Rattle and Roll was number 4, and he's 4-1 morning line. Brian Hernandez Jr., his regular rider, is going to stay aboard, and he's 8 for 18 lifetime. He's won a couple times at this 1 1/8 distance, including the Grade 3 Blame last time out at Churchill Downs. 1 3/16 prior to that in the Pimlico Special, he got up by a nose. The Grade 3 Ben Ali at 1 3/16, he was able to rally and win that one as well. So in his last 3 Grade 3 starts, in dirt routes, he won all 3 of those on a fast track. And then last year, he picked up some stakes wins, some minor wins. He won the American Derby at Churchill Downs in July. He won the St. Louis Derby, and then he also won the Grade 3 Oklahoma Derby. So he's one that really, if you look at his form, he does look like a Grade 3 type. He did face Wes Willpower, who he will be meeting in here in the Grade 2 New Orleans, he was fourth, beaten 6 lengths. So he's going to try to rally from off the pace, and we'll see if he can get involved. He's going to step up and face a bit better company here. Number 5, Smile Happy. He's your 3-1 morning line favorite. He's run 8 times, 4 wins, 2 seconds, and a third. He may have more upside than a lot of the horses in this race. He's lightly raced. He's improving. He earned his best speed ratings in this year in victories. He won an optional claiming race at Oaklawn Park in the slop earlier this year, earned a decent number. And then in the Oaklawn Mile, he ended up finishing third. But then when they got him out to a mile and a 16th, he was a bit more aggressively handled in the Grade 2 Ali Sheba last time. Brian Hernandez rode him, but he opts to go for Rattle and Roll in this spot. So Smile Happy's going to reconnect with Corey Lannery, who was aboard when he won as a 2-year-old the Grade 2 Kentucky Jockey Club Stakes at Churchill Downs, November of 2021. And then in his first start as a 3-year-old in the Risen Star, he ended up finishing second. Epicenter won that one. Smile Happy second. Zandon was third. And then in the Bluegrass Stakes, Zandon defeated him. Smile Happy second. Emmanuel was third in that race. And then he ran in the Kentucky Derby, and he was 8th, beaten 10 lengths in that 20-horse field. And then he had that long layoff, came back this year faster than he was as a 3-year-old. I like that he showed more tactical ability in that last start. So they have options here, even though Corey Lannery, when he rode him in 2021 and 2022, he was a bit patient with him. But he showed that good tactical speed last time. He's able to get closer. If the pace is slow, he can sit back further if the pace is a bit hotter. And he's certainly fast enough to win this race based on that win in the Ali Sheba last time. Wes Willpower is next for trainer Brad Cox. Flavian Prat is aboard and very consistent. 9 of his last 10 starts, he's finished in the top 3. Since he moved to the Brad Cox barn, he has yet to finish out of the trifecta. He won the Grade 2 Fayette. That was last fall at Keeneland. That was at this mile and an 8th distance. And then in the Grade 1 Clark, he set the pace. Proxy ran him down. In his 3 starts this year, the Grade 3 Razorback, he stalked, he led, and then Last Samurai ran him down at Oaklawn Park, and Last Samurai loves that oval. And then the Grade 2 New Orleans Classic at Fairgrounds at this distance, he chased from second, he took over, he won powerfully that day. And then last time out in the Ali Sheba, pace wasn't super quick, but he was dueling on the lead, couldn't go with Smile Happy, he ended up finishing third, beaten 2 3/4 lengths. Art Collector was second there. Wes Willpower more than 8 lengths clear of the show. So he's one that has some experience at Ellis Park, 1 start with 1 second place finish. That was a little stakes race, August of 2022, his first start when he moved to the Brad Cox barn. He just missed by a head there, and 5 starts at this distance with 3 wins in 2 seconds. Last Samurai for trainer Dwayne Lucas. This one certainly elevates his game when he goes to Oaklawn Park. He was in the Pegasus World Cup earlier this year. He was 4th. Last fall, he was in the Fayette. When Wes Willpower won that one, he was 3rd, beaten 7. In the Clark, Proxy, Wes Willpower won 2. He was 4th, beaten 7 lengths. And then, as I said, when he gets to Oaklawn, Razorback, he won that one. That Grade 3 at Oaklawn in February. In the Essex, a Grade 3 at Oaklawn, he won that one. The Oaklawn Handicap, Proxy beat him by a head. Stiletto Boy was a nose behind him. And then in the Ali Sheba last time, when he got away from Oaklawn and lost Lasix, he was 4th, beaten 11 lengths. So I think if this race was at Oaklawn, I would like him a lot more. And he's also he's 0 for 1 at Ellis Park with a 3rd place finish. That third was in that little stakes race that Wes Willpower was in August of 2022. And he was 3rd, beaten 3/4 of a length. He was well clear of the rest, and he was less than a length behind Wes Willpower that day. And then his record at this distance, 1 win, 2 seconds, and 2/3 from 10 starts. So he's probably going to stalk or try to come from off the pace. Finally, number 8, Happy American. He's 20-1 morning line, and he has no early speed whatsoever. He's never run at Ellis Park. He's had 5 starts at this distance with a win and a third. 5 for 20 in his career. He's got a 2nd and 4 third place finishes as well. One of those 3rd place finishes in the Grade 3 Blame last time behind Rattle and Roll. Rattle and Roll also defeated him in the Ben Ali when he finished 4th. Wes Willpower defeated him in the New Orleans Classic. He was 5th, beaten 10 lengths that day. So he's one that really doesn't have a lot of speed. He was in better form earlier this year at the Fairgrounds when he won the Grade 3 Louisiana Stakes. So that was his claim to fame. And then he also won the Tenacious Stakes there. So he's one that seems a cut below the better horses in this race. So going through the whole field in here, there are many ways you could go. Obviously, horses like Proxy can win it. Stiletto Boy has a lot of ability. Rattle and Roll is sharp. Smile Happy, a lot of upside coming off a nice victory. But I'm going to go with the 6 West Willpower as my top choice. I just think I like his early pressing speed, and I like that he drew outside the other 2 speed horses. So I think if this race shapes up like it could, and Stilleto Boy and Speed Bias kind of go out there, and then parking right outside of them is West Willpower getting the first run at a distance he really enjoys. Maybe he can bounce back, and if he runs back to that New Orleans Classic, he can certainly win this one. Going to have to run better than he did in the Alysheba, but I think with that good post position here, I think he can bounce back. He's been freshened for this, and he's going to offer maybe a hint of value. So West Willpower is going to be my top choice in the Grade 1 Stephen Foster, a win and you're in for the Breeders' Cup Classic. Now, if you want to read my article for this race, you can go over to todaysracingdigest.com. I wrote an article about the Stephen Foster, went through the field, talked about the pace scenario and some other handicapping angles. And then I have all my wagering strategies for the Stephen Foster at todaysracingdigest.com. And I'll provide in the description in this video, I'll provide a link to that handicapping article that gives out my Stephen Foster wagering strategies. So again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if you like this horse racing content. And until I see you next time, good luck at the races.